Okay, children. So last class we did nouns, we did common nouns and proper nouns, right? So today we are going to start with collective nouns.
Collective nouns are group names for a group of people, animals, or things. Collective nouns are group names for a group of people, group of animals, or group of things. Examples of collective nouns are a bouquet of flowers, a bunch of keys, a basket of fruits, a forest of trees, etc. A noun is a name given to a person, a place, an animal, or a thing, right? We learned that noun is the name of a person, name of a place, name of an animal, or name of a thing. In the same way, collective noun is a group name given to group of peoples or group of places, group of animals, or group of things. Some examples. Have you seen one person playing cricket? We say the cricket team. Okay, there are 11 players in the cricket team. So we call them as a team. We don't call them individually. We tell them the cricket team has won the match. The football team has won the match. So when you have a team of players, when you have a group of people playing, we call them a team of players. The same way you have animals. When the same kind of animals are together, then we give them a group name. For example, a flock of birds. When you see many birds flying in the sky, many pigeons or many geese flying in the sky, you say a flock of birds are flying. A pride of lions. When you see a group of lions sitting together, you say a pride of lions. A pride is a group name given to a group of lions. In the same way, you have a swarm of bees. For places also, when you see there are many mountains together, you say a range of mountains. When you have many islands together, you say cluster of islands, right? The same way, when you have lots of things together, then you give them a group name. So every group has a different group name. You say a flight of stairs, a clutch of eggs, etc. Now, children, let us see some more examples. A smack of jellyfish, a pride of lions, a herd of elephants, a murder of crows. These are the group names given to the group of jellyfish, group of lions, group of elephants, or group of crows. Here you have group names for insects, flies, or bees. A swarm of locusts, a swarm of flies, a swarm of bees. So, swarm is the group name given to this insect, flies, or bees. When you see lot of ants together, we say a colony of ants, a colony of seals, a colony of bats, a herd of cattle, a herd of bison, a herd of antelope. A litter of pigs. When you see many little ones of the pigs together, you say a litter of pigs. A litter of puppies. A litter of kittens. A pack of coyotes. A pack of wolves. A pack of hounds. A flock of geese. A flock of seagulls. A flock of sheep. So you have group names for different groups of people, groups of animals, groups of things, right? Now let us further. I want you all to take out your book, your pencil and eraser, and write down some of the collective nouns so that you can learn writing and practicing them afterwards. Right? So take out your book, write today's date, write the heading collective nouns, and start writing this. A bunch of grapes, a bundle of sticks, a pride of lion, a swarm of bees, a flock of sheep, a bunch of keys, a flock of geese, a herd of elephants. Bunch is the collective name given to a bunch of grapes. Bundle is the collective noun given to sticks. Lots of sticks together. So, bundle becomes the collective name. A pride of lions, a group of lions. So, the collective noun for that is a pride of lions. A swarm of bees, a flock of sheep, a bunch of geese, a flock of geese, a herd of elephants. So, children, write down this. After you finish this, we'll go to the next slide. Completed. There are some more collective nouns you have to write. Shall we go to the next slide? Yeah. We have here an army of soldiers, a pile of books, a crew of sailors, a fleet of ships, a murder of crows, a colony of ants, a school of fish, a herd of cow. You have to continue writing this. Continue after that. You have to write down these also. An army of soldiers. There are many soldiers together. So, the group name for soldiers is army. The group name when a lot of books are kept, you say a pile of books. A crew of sailors, many sailors together, they are called a crew. Many ships together is known as a fleet of ships. Many crows together is known as a murder of crows. Many ants together is known as a colony of ants. And many fishes together are known as a school of fish. And many cows together or buffaloes together are known as a herd of cow, a herd of buffaloes. Fine? Write down this. You all have to learn this, learn the spellings, practice writing this 3 times so that you learn the spellings and you learn the group names also. These are only some I have given you for practice. Completed writing this? Now let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the question here is match the following animals with their group names. There are 2 columns. Column A has got the names of animals. Column B has got the group name of these animals. You're going to match the name of the animal with the correct group name. Okay, so you have to copy this down in your book and you have to match them and write the answers. Then I'll let you know what the answers are and you can check whether you have written it correctly. Yes, children? I'll read it for you. Match the following animals with their group names. In column A, you have fish, puppies, lions, bees, geese, cows, ants. I'll read it again. Fish, puppies, lions, bees, geese, cows, ants. In column B, you have flock, herd, colony, school, pride, swarm, litter. Again, flock, herd, colony, school, pride, swarm, litter. So copy this down and do the matching and write the answers. Completed? Okay, so shall we discuss the answers now? Now, the group name for fish will be school. A school of fish. So, the first one, the answer is D. A school of fish. Second is puppies. So, the group name for puppies is litter. A litter of puppies. So, litter is option G. A litter of puppies. Third is lion. What is the group name for lions? Yes, a pride of lion. So, third one will be option E. Fourth one, bees. A swarm of bees. A swarm of bees. So, it is option F. Next is geese. A flock of geese. A flock of geese. So it's option A. Cows. A herd of cows. A herd of cows. So it's going to be option B. It's going to be option B. Sixth one is going to be option B. Seventh is ants. A colony of ants. So it's option C. A colony of ants. It's option C. Okay. So did you all check it? Was it right? Fine. Now we have completed with collective nouns. I have given you some group names for collective nouns. Practice writing them, learn the spellings, learn the group names. Okay. Now we shall move to the next topic, that is countable and uncountable nouns. Now, do you know what are countable nouns? The word itself says countable nouns are nouns which can be counted. You can count them: 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples, 5 apples, right? So, countable nouns are nouns which we can count. For example, an apple, 2 flowers, 4 birds, etc. Okay? Uncountable nouns are nouns which cannot be counted. There are nouns which we cannot count. Tell me, can you count sugar? If I ask you how much sugar is there, can you count and tell me 1 sugar, 2 sugar, 3 sugar? Can you count milk and tell me 1 milk, 2 milk, or water and tell me 1 water, 2 water? No. Sugar, milk, water, they all are uncountable nouns. We cannot count them, right? For example, water, rice, ink, etc. We cannot count them. Now, countable nouns have singular and plural. I can say one apple, many apples. One book, many books, because I can count them. So I have singular also, that is one, and plural also, that is many. I can say I have one apple and she has four apples. I have two books, she has only one book. Right? So you have singular and plural in countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns which you can count. You can write them in singular also and in plural also. And we use a or an in front of countable nouns. I say a ball, an apple, right? Things which can count, I can use a or an before them. Next, we also use a, an, or number words before countable noun. For example, I can say an apple, four pens, a book. We use many or few before countable nouns. When I can count them, I can also use many. Many apples, many pencils, many balls, a few boys, right? So, in countable words, I can either use a, an, or any number words, or I can also use many, a few. Okay? Now, uncountable nouns have only singular forms and cannot be turned into plurals. I cannot say rices, I cannot say waters, right? There is rice, it can be only rice. Rice cannot be written as rices. The same way, water cannot be written as waters. Honey cannot be written as honeys. Milk cannot be written as milks. No, there are no plurals in uncountable nouns. They cannot be written in plurals. Uncountable nouns have only singular forms. So I cannot use a or an in front of uncountable nouns, and they don't have a plural form. Some examples of uncountable nouns are butter, milk, furniture, water, salt, sugar. Okay, we cannot use a or an before them. I cannot say, give me a milk, give me a water. Can you say that? Or can you tell me, give me five water? No, they are uncountable. We always say, give me a little milk, give me some water, right? So we use much, little before uncountable nouns. Examples are, I don't have much rice. I have very little rice. Give me little water. So much and little are used before uncountable nouns. Now these are some of the examples of uncountable nouns. You have apples, bananas, oranges. Sorry, these are the examples of countable nouns. Apples, bananas, oranges, carrots, tomatoes, onions, watermelon, celeries, all these things we can count. They have singular and plural form, so they are known as countable nouns. Now there are uncountable nouns like bread, milk, cheese, rice, butter, sugar, honey, oil, flour. We cannot count them. So these things are called uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable nouns. When we are asking question how many or how much, if they are countable nouns, we will frame the question as how many. How many pencils do you have? How many erasers do you have? How many friends do you have? You can count all those things. So I am asking you the question how many. Many is used for countable nouns. So look here, it is how many eggs did the hen lay? How many green pencils do you see? How many fingers do you have? All these are countable nouns. So while using countable nouns, we will frame the question using how many. Same way for uncountable nouns, we cannot count them. So we will be using how much. I will be framing the question as how much. How much sugar do you have in your milk? How much water do you need? See the examples here. How much trash can you fit in the garbage bin? How much dirt was dug up? How much salt is there in the sea? Right? So when I am framing questions for uncountable nouns, I will use how much, and while framing questions for countable nouns, I'll be using how many. Okay? Now let's do a small exercise here. Underline the countable nouns and circle the uncountable. Underline the countable nouns and circle the uncountable nouns in each sentence. The first is we breathe in air. We breathe in air. Second is add some sugar in my milk. Add some sugar in my milk. Third is there were doors all around the hall. There were doors all around the hall. I apply oil in my hair regularly. I apply oil in my hair regularly. Next, the girls are playing. The girls are playing. Yes, children, have you completed copying down? Shall we again solve it? What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to underline the countable nouns and we're going to circle the uncountable nouns. You're also going to do it along with me. Okay? The first one, we breathe in air. So what's the noun here? Air. So what are we supposed to do to air? Is it countable? No, it is uncountable. So I'm going to circle air. Add some sugar in my milk. So which are the nouns here? You have sugar and milk. Can you count sugar? No. Can you count milk? No. So both are uncountable. So we are going to circle sugar and milk. There were doors all around the hall. So here the nouns are doors and hall. Can you count the doors? Yes, I can count. I have 2 doors in my hall. Can you count the hall? Yes, number of halls can be counted. So both are countable nouns. So I'm going to underline the countable nouns. I apply oil in my hair regularly. Now here the nouns are oil and hair. Tell me children, can you count oil? No. Can you count hair? Again no. So oil and hair both are uncountable nouns. So what am I supposed to do to uncountable nouns? I am going to circle them. Okay. The next one, the girls are playing. What is the noun over here? Girls. Can I count the number of girls? Yes, I can. So are they countable or uncountable? Yes, they are countable nouns. And what am I going to do to countable nouns? I am going to underline them. Okay then children, we have completed with our chapter nouns. We have covered common noun, proper noun, collective noun, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, so our chapter 1, nouns in English grammar, is complete. Bye.